Hey everybody, welcome to another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and what we have today is the Kohetsu VG5 Petty 150mm knife from Chef Knives to Go. So this knife is a 3-layer construction. The core steel running down the center that is the cutting edge is VG5 full stainless steel, and then the construction is a soft stainless cladding on either side of that, so we have a 3-layer construction. There's a cladding line. I'll give you a close-up of the blade. It's almost a little hard to see in person, so we'll see if it shows on the video or not. Weight and dimensions can vary just a little bit from knife to knife. This particular one is 75 grams or 2.6 ounces. Heat treats about 60 to 61 Rockwell on the core steel. And then the handles, it's a nicely finished handle. Actually, it's very nicely finished. It's a octagonal, ambidextrous, gray pack of wood with a black pack of wood ferrule on it. This is a kind of a stabilized wood product, and looks like they've got a pretty good glue up job here where that meets the tang of the knife. But it's very smooth, quite smooth right here. It's all perfect, almost seamless. So nicely finished handle, about the right size for this style of knife. The edge length on this one's about 147 millimeters from the tip to the back of the heel. That's about 5.8 inches, and the overall length's about 10 3/4 inches. The spine, these have a fairly thin build to them, so I've got about 1.95, just under 2 millimeters thick on the spine at the heel, and then about halfway down I got about 1.7 millimeters, and it doesn't really thin down too much past that. There's a little bit of a taper or thinning as you get towards the tip, and you can see the tip is pretty thin on these. And then they're not very tall, but here's what the choil shot looks like. So they're pretty thin at the edge as well. So this is a good performing blade. Height on this is about 29.6, so it's not particularly tall. It's more of a kind of utility style knife versus like a mini Guto style. You've got a spot for your finger right here. A little bit of a spot there for your finger. Obviously, it's going to be fairly handle heavy, so the balance point on this is right about there. So it's going to be a little handle heavy, as you would expect, but you can definitely pinch it if you want to. Let's see. Let's get a little bit better close-up of the blade here. We're getting our beauty shot. So these have on the right side of the blade, they've got some etched kanji on there, and you can see kind of vertical finish marks on the finish on that cladding. And then they've got a bit of a polished area on the right side. They kind of thin this out a little bit towards the edge for better performance, so it's a little more shiny. Then here's the left side. You might be able to make it out right in there, but there's the cladding line. So a little hard to make it out. Fit and finish is nicely done. They've got a little bit of corner relief on the spine. The choil's done nicely. Out of the box edge, I'll give this 6, maybe 7 out of 10. It was a really sharp out of the box, so I'd say nice fit and finish on this. If you do want to use this on a cutting board, let's look at that profile on the cutting board. So this one kind of rolls into a stop at the heel right there. And if you want to rock it, this will go pretty high. So this will rock if you want to do that. Got a little bit of chopping area in the back. Not a lot of, it's a little hard at the angle I'm at here, not a lot of room for your fingers there, but a tip if you use these petty style knives and they're not real tall is you can, if you have a taller cutting board like this one, you just move off to the edge of the board, or if you've got a thin cutting board, you can move to the edge of the countertop, although you might have stuff come off the countertop a little bit when you're prepping, but you can at least get clearance for your fingers on that. So this is just a well-executed high-value line from Chef Knives to Go. The steel's good. It's all stainless. Performance should be very, very good on this. A nice handle. It's just an all-around really good value. So this is the Kohetsu VG5 Petty 150mm knife. Easy for me to say. We'll try that one more time. This is the Kohetsu VG5 Petty 150mm knife from Chef Knives to Go.